What is it like? Do you think the players coming in, like you have this big batch coming in from the NFL draft, do they truly understand how important it is to have the technical side down? Did you have hustle, you have hard
No.
work? They have to understand how important that is. What percentage of athletes coming in from college truly understand how important technique is?
I think the way the college game has gone, Mark, in the last 15 years, everything's kind of no huddle, check with me at the line, everything's in the gun. Where you don't, what I see at the NFL, you still get your traditional downhill run game. Not that you don't in college, but you don't get as many double teams. You don't get as many of the traditional run schemes. You're getting zone read, quarterback driven, where they have to catch up to that. Whereas years before, it might have been the other way around. You saw all that stuff in college, but then when you got to the NFL, it was all run and gun and throw the ball. So you had to get ready for that. But I do think there's a learning curve that the speed is going to be fast, and nobody's waiting around for anybody. The fucking, I mean, excuse my language, but the train's going. You better hop on, or you're going to be left behind, no matter where you drafted. And
Right.
we always talk about a family, but it's a brotherhood in the NFL. Brotherhood, obviously, we take care of one another, but you're only as strong as your weakest link. You cut the weakest link, or they're no longer on the team. Where in a family, you don't leave the baby behind. You have to nurture the baby, and the baby's got to get up to speed before it walks, crawls, walks, and runs. It's not like that in the NFL. So I think
Right.
from day one, what I always stress to guys, they got to come in the utmost physical shape that they possibly can be in, because that's the way you make it. Like I talked to a couple of my guys that out working people. Oh, he's a tryhard guy. Yeah, that's great, because you know what? 99% of the guys can't be that guy because they don't have what
Right.
it takes.
That's
So
right.
I mean, if you're that guy and you put the technical part of it, great things. You'll have a home for a long time in the NFL.
Yeah. And I think to your point, coach, I think that's where the guys who are the try hard guys who have the technique, that's the only way they can make it, right? I mean,
In
they're
some
not,
instances, yes.
yeah, they're not flash people.
They're not the
But
4'4" guy off the edge. Not many are, but they're 4'6", 4'7", 4'8", but they're technically sound in everything they do. When you make a mistake on offense, they're gonna pounce you because they're going
yeah.
hard every time.
And they might be have exceptional conditioning as well.
Yes, no question
Yeah.
about it. And usually that precedes itself, Mark. If you're going hard, you're getting in pretty good physical condition. If you're not going hard, you never fight to a brick wall, and you're not challenging yourself to hit those limits and continue to climb.
Well, as you've always taught me, you always discussed, and Coach Reed certainly, like the conditioning is super important. Conditioning is your base of everything. Uh, How many guys, I'd say, how often does it happen where an athlete comes in out of off season or a new player and they don't have an appreciation for conditioning? Is that common? I would think it would never happen, but my
No,
rookie
yeah,
year, I saw it. I saw it a lot, and I was shocked.
they can't finish the drill, pulling themselves out. They're puking in the middle of my individual. Well,
That's crazy. That's
and
crazy.
things like that. I mean, we've seen that, but I mean, things like that, or they can't finish like Coach Reed's long drive drill. I mean,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's something that you can control. That's in your control. I mean, as an athlete, you can control how well a shape you're going to be in or put your body in. That's you to control. I don't have time to get you in shape. Now, I will help you, but you better, because we're not waiting for you. You better be in great shape.
Mhm.
And I,
And,
I,
and
I have privilege, our general manager does a great job, Brett Veach. He'll send me to a few places, maybe privately, to work a guy out. And I try to challenge him in the 15 minutes that I get to work out just to see their level, how far I could push them. Can they make it? Can they not make it? We had a guy, I'm not going to give a school or a name, but like the get off drill, like I just said, okay, you go over there. I'm going to work these two guys in my line drill. He started throwing up. I said, this is my warm up. I was like, we did 6 get offs nonstop, and he's throwing up already. Now, maybe he
Wow.
had something to eat. I don't know, but
Oh, I could definitely share some stories with him. Uh, I think it's interesting because that's something that they have to have a high level of appreciation. And I don't know, Coach. It's like if you're a hard worker and you're conditioned in high school, it's probable you'll be that in college. It's probable you'll be that in the NFL. And I
true.
think the vets that I knew, like they're always conditioned, and that's why they play 8 to 12 years in the NFL, which is hard to do.
So Mark, so it's we lost the Super Bowl. We were having an opportunity to go for our third in a row, make history, but didn't happen. Philly played better, whatever it might be. We're trying to get back on that top of that mountain. So it's the middle of March, so it's about 2 weeks ago. Players aren't around, they don't come around for us. I mean, we started the off season Monday, but we're doing it virtually. They come back in the building May just because of how Coach Reed does it. And I see someone running hundreds in the indoors. Holy shit, who's that? Chris, 100, 2. I counted. I was in the weight room trying to get my tail in shape. As you know, I call you every year. And I see him, and he ate. And so I said, "Oh wow, what's going on? It's March." He goes, "I get to get in rare form," and that's just Chris. Now, Chris is a guy that, and I said this to him on the meeting, that I get 2 goals for him, and it's selfishly defensive player of the year, career year in terms of we had 15 and a half. It's our first year together. Hey, why can't you get 20? And let's get your 4th championship ring. Let's get your 4th Lombardi trophy in your case. And I think he's striving for that. But to see him in March, but he is never a guy going on my 4th year, get first in every drill. He's in great cardiovascular shape. Now, sometimes I might have to push him a little bit to get to the ball, like all guys. But when we do our drills, there ain't no, I mean, you're never going to see him killing over because he keeps his body in great shape working with you down in Miami, but also because that's what he knows he has to do to be a great pro.
Right.
Some guys don't do that.